started senior football at Port Neill, would have been about 79, I suppose. Yeah, we were getting flogged by everyone pretty well. But then that group came through, and things sort of fell into place a little bit for us that year with, you know, guys like Rick Will moved into town. Horne obviously coaching, and Bruce Hines bought the shop at Port Neill, and made a huge difference, yeah. Just a little bit, yeah. Sometimes things just come together for you, don't they? And it did for us back then. There's Rick taking the screamer.
I knew they'd do that, the buggers.
There was a coach apparently that...
Bruce Hines.
Was he?
Bruce Hines.
Ah, yeah. He's a bit famous, isn't he?
Yep.
First time for everything, and I'd just like to congratulate the fellas on their efforts throughout the year. I was fairly demanding, twice a week, all throughout the season, even though I did tell them that once touring started we'll be going through one night a week, but we continued on with the 2 nights a week, and I told them that with the effort put in, we'd get the result today which we achieved. We did our homework after the second semi-final, and we knew if we could get some control of Brett and John Humphreys at the bottom of the chart, and I thought we did that considerably well. A lot of people throughout the club that have worked hard to achieve the goal that we have got today, and I'd like to thank each and every one of those that have contributed at some stage during the year. I'd like to report staff peak fellas, how you feel. What happened to us last year, but you still have a good night, and you were the second best team for the year, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming, and congratulations to Port Neill.
Hinesy, buddy, and probably heard Jeff and Kath and Peter, etc., talk about Hinesy, but
Yeah.
ex-Norwood and pretty handy sort of a boy as well.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, Shorty. Stupid bloody handle,
Right, that was the first year I played. Stephen Horne came up from Port Lincoln. Yeah, so that was the okay, right.
These are danger boys.
They were coming through.
Yeah, we were lucky enough to pick up recruits as well.
You did.
From Tumby and Hinesy coming into town.
It was a big stroke of luck having the shot.
Oh yeah, yeah. Experienced player like him, tough as well, you know. Yeah, it's just a matter of really getting them on the rails and keeping them there, really, though.
But they had just lost every game for 3.5 years.
Yeah, they sort of lost. Didn't know how to win, I don't think. But once they started winning, and yeah.
Because you're right, there's a big difference between knowing how to win and not knowing how to win.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can have the players, as obviously they did. What did you do to teach them that?
Oh, I think we just got fit. And,
So you flogged them on the track to start with?
Oh, yeah, pretty much, I suppose, yeah. Get fit. And like Rick says in the interview with you, most of them being farmers and shearers, they didn't, you know, when they were busy, they didn't train. They were too buggered.
Stephen Horne, as coach, was a Port Neill lad originally, and he'd gone to Lincoln, and we got him back. He was a very accomplished footballer and a great leader on the field, and he sort of took it to another level. He made people get serious about training. Like that 84 year, we trained twice a week all year, like right through seeding and everything, which was a little bit unheard of for us. And Horne had to drive down from Port Lincoln twice a week to take the training. But yeah, it certainly did make a big difference when you got serious about things.
I knew they'd do that, the buggers.
But we did train twice a week for the whole year. And yeah,
Even through those busy times?
through them busy times, poor buggers.
Because you were up there to achieve something,
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
which was a premiership.
When I took the job on, it was only going to be one night a week training. Oh, we can't do it properly. You know, you can't get real fit one night a week. So made the commitment to go twice a week, and yeah, paid off.
And you won.
When I took over, we only went one night a week.
And you still won.
Did a pre-season, 2 nights a week leading up to the season.
So you worked us bloody hard pre-season, and yeah, we got off to a bit of a slow start, maybe a bit of a premiership hangover, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, we took a little bit to get going that year, and then.
So he told you about it?
Oh yeah, that's the Hinesy way for sure.
I remember the prelim final. I was only 15. Bruce Hines had told us all day not to kick the ball back through the middle. And I reckon it was third quarter, I was on a half-back flank, picked it up, thought, yep, there's turns, I'll hit him up. And I went back through the middle. Brian Ramsey marked, I went down and kicked a goal. Hines gave me a serve right there and then for going back through the middle. And I thought, yep, cool, done with. Got back in at 3/4 time into the huddle. As you said, there's a couple of thousand people there, so the huddle's quite a big crowd. And he has just ripped me a new one. I wasn't going getting the ball back near the middle for the rest of the day.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learnt, and since then I've been pretty much,
Well, you're a very clever footballer,
Yeah.
Chris. It's not just all about his bulk.
No.
Go for the ball.
He's only 17.
and the whole three of them were good. And Andrew didn't get the accolades that the other two got, but Andrew was a very good footballer, left-footed rover, and very uncanny the way he got the ball, very uncanny, and a beautiful finisher. The whole three of them could kick.
Apparently Andrew could really read the play.
Yeah, no, he was good. Underestimated. Player Michael Perkins.
Who's that?
Michael Perkins.
Michael Perkins, a great player.
Very good.
Yeah, silky skills.
Him and Andrew Prime roving. And both dangerous around the goals.
So you had some good material to work with.
Yeah, very much so.
Hines, he took over the coaching role.
And then what happened? They appointed you.
Well, he didn't want to do it anymore.
Ah.
They had a good team and they had, 2 or 3 guys in there who could have coached anyway, and which they did. Hines finished up coaching. And then Rick Will, so they had all them guys, so they didn't need me.
Yeah. And then I coached in '85 when we lost the grand final. Got beaten fairly easily up at Cow by Cleve. We lost key players that day, and it made a huge difference.
I think Gav broke her bone.
Yeah, he come back on and played.
Is that that's the grand final you broke your ankle in, isn't it? The one you lost.
Yeah, here we go with David Fowler, restricted after straining. A driver muscle at training, Rick Will, shoulder and flu, David head flu, Bruce Hines, concussed, Freeman unfit. And then it says, I broke my ankle just before half time, but come back on for the rest of the game, but wasn't any use. So yeah, that was we just had a bit of bad luck that year, we'll say, in 1985.
But you came back on?
Came back. Oh yeah, because we were we're in all sorts of trouble with injuries, and so they just sat me in the forward pocket, but they didn't do a hell of a lot.
Just say that. You kicked the goal, didn't you? It said.
No, I don't know about that.
I think that's right.
It says there though.
I was reading it over your shoulder, sorry.
No.
Great.
No, anyway, just...
That was back in the day when a broken bone wasn't going to stop you.
That's
kicking.
right, yeah.
Somebody else got injured and it really affected our balance. But what was I going to say about Stephen then? Yeah, so then I coached in 85, 86 and 87. In 87 I won the male medal, which was a huge surprise.
Again, just Hines at the helm, and away we went. And
I was going to go on and coach, but then I heard a bit of a rumour that Rick wanted to coach, and Tumley Bay were chasing him. This is what I heard, so I decided to resign as coach and let Rick do it, and I become his runner. So we kept Rick there and give him a chance, and it worked out pretty well. Went top again, didn't miss me.
You did too. How'd you come to coach?
Well, Hines, he moved. No, he didn't. No, he gave up. He retired from footy. He and Mike Freeman both, but he retired from footy at the same time. Mick Freeman's half-back flanker. His father won a bloody male medal years and years ago, if I remember rightly. But Hines, he said, no, he's had enough. And anyway, so I put my hand up and got the job. Very lucky, and I keep saying that with Horne the first year down here as a coach, Hinesy to, I suppose, instill a lot into the players that were already there as well. We picked up one or two other pretty handy players, if I remember rightly. And what does it say? I do a replacement for both past coach Bruce Hines, took the club into 3 grand finals.
An ideal replacement.
Yeah, apparently.
Come on, runners! Come on, Darren! Get like your brother, you donkey. Enough between your ears.
Hey, Jacko!
Just that. Hold, hold. Darren, come on. Freddie, you'll hit you. Get it in there, get it in. Aye. Put the runners out here! Sean! Come on, pick him up, mate. Come on. Watch the bloody handle. It wasn't a handball, it was bloody awful. Grab him, Tommy, don't bloody muck around. Go, Connor! Half forward playing position, he kicks in short towards the middle of the ground, he's got... Takes a good mark, directly in front of goal.
But this bloke here,
Bruce Hines, isn't it?
Tough, resilient. And you know, when you had Stephen Horne across half back, and had this bloke in the middle, and hard as nails, and without being dirty. And you know, a lot of blokes reckons, oh, buddy, Hines is just a dirty mongrel bastard. But he wore a lot, he took a lot, and he wasn't afraid to give a bit back.
That's what Bruce did. Yep. It was very much discipline. He was a hard coach, but he got the best out of a lot of players. What was his approach, and what did he used to say?
He was the hard man himself. Go on, Blake, say it.
Hard, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Probably hard off the ball too, but anyway,
he was
go
pretty
on.
hard off the ball. Yeah. Yeah. It was a take no prisoners thing. Yeah.
I can't believe none of them have brought that Guernsey up.
Before 84. Well,
I fucking should ring Dad right now.
What Guernsey?
Can't believe none of them have said about ripping that Cleve Guernsey to shreds.
Ah, tell me about that.
Yeah, well, so the story goes, it's before the Grandy, and Bruce Hines has somehow acquired a Cleve Guernsey and thrown it into the middle of them, and they've just fucking ripped it to shreds.
And it worked.
Yeah, they mauled them.
yeah, we were probably a bit of a nice side before 84. Well, maybe not. That's probably not quite right, but
Is that right?
I don't know about that one, but I know someone hit him one day. Russell Jolly was the umpire, and he knew there'd be some retaliation.
Yeah.
So he was watching. This bloke went down and said, Russell didn't see it. I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
Yeah, it certainly can be done.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say he was a dirty footballer.
Yeah.
He was pretty
A
friggin'
hard man.
Yeah.
Fair.
Sometimes.
But certainly he demanded and he got respect.
Oh yeah, he really had respect, yeah.
From the opposition, of course, and that's what he wanted his team to get, I guess, was respect.
And he had respect within the team too, like he set the example.
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. And guys like Hines, he sort of brought that bit of mongrel into the side, which is what you need.
And Hines's words were, no one remembers who comes second. And that got embedded in us that bloody much. That, even now we always used to say, what Hines used to say, and no one remembers who comes second. And it resonates through all of us, actually. That's 88.
He meant business and everyone else knew it, and the rest of the clubs, they knew it. And he just instilled that level of confidence into all of us. Not as mongrel footballers or anything, but yeah, just that note. We'd get 3 or 4 goals behind some days, and you knew you had them. You just knew you had them, and you just had that confidence that you'd step on the accelerator pedal and overrun them. I mean, he wasn't very happy if that's the way you went about it, but. Yeah, just that confidence was unreal.
Yeah.
Come, please.
2,000 odd spectators.
She was bloody good years, those.
For a prelim.
Prelim final, yeah. But we gave, again, was it that game or was it another one? Hinesy, you know, as I said, you know, he's tough, but this one bloke had a bit of a crack at him, and anyway, Hinesy turned around, and this bloke's buddy standing up to Hinesy, and Hinesy just scratched onto his nose, just like this, and just took him down to his knees, and he started, oh, like this, and Hinesy just turned around to the umpire and said, "You saw him, didn't you?" Was it Philip Lighthouse, I reckon, from Far West? "You saw him, Philip. It came out at me like a mad dog." He said, "Yes, Bruce, it's your free." let his nose go, came back, had his kick. Hinesy, he's one of the first ones I saw do the old buddy, the old...
Don't argue.
Don't argue. And it was just a quick slap in the chest and bang, and old Kurt should be out here on the wing, but he receiving a handball, and he was good, yeah. So, yeah, we got to the grand final in buddy 86 and cleaned up Dart Peak.
And stormed home.
We were to 17-14 to 7-8.
Errol Duke, is that a pen name or a real bloke?
That's a real bloke. Errol used to work in the State Bank.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, he loved us.
And he was Mr. Football model, didn't
Yeah, he got right in amongst it actually while he was here. But no, again, that was a great year. Again, we were, I suppose, always going to be tough to beat, but I just considered that, you know, with the blokes that we didn't lose anyone from the previous year, and you know, with a couple of injuries, and we picked up another one or two blokes. Just trying to think, lost Hetty, but we a couple of young blokes, so like Brenton Solly came up from Tumby Bay, and there's John Masters, Crispy Prime, you know, sort of came into it. Yep. We were lucky, like Andy Prime, like he was left footer, very, very good bloody user of the ball.
Great centreman, apparently.
Yep, very good centreman. We were lucky. Our on-ballers, I consider to be probably the best in the association for all those years. In Andy Prime, Michael Perkins, Hinesy, then you throw in like Brad Davies on a wing, a couple others. But at half back line, again, you know, it was bloody just run all day and just didn't concede bugger all. Mick Will, cousin Mick, he played full back. He was just run hard at the boys, 6'2" or something, and you know, pretty mobile, good left footer. Just trying to think, David Fowler, he's the other bloke I was thinking about in the centre.
That's a good knockout by Boxer Carter, put him off balance. Costa Fowler. Fowler finds Cameron. Cameron's off.
Yeah, he was just go, go, go.
Picks up the ball though. That's good play. Looks around, goes out wide to the left half forward flank. Peter Allen in front. Enoid's got the ball there. A high tackle. He likes to play on the Enoid player. Goes across to Mark Cameron. Cameron lines up towards goal. That's a nice kick in towards goal. Should mark this one, Fegert. No. Good pressure from the back. Here's a goal, though, to John Baldessera. That was good play. That was a quick thrust in attack, Steve.
One of the few times I've been able to get that quickly, and the result shows.
Tell me about Chook. Chook Fowler.
Oh, yeah, he could have gone to Adelaide. I told him. I said, "You want to have a run at Nord, I'll tee it up for you." But he said, "No, I'm happy playing country footy, like a lot of good country players can do." He could cover the ground. He had a beautiful kick. He had everything. Yeah.
Good job.
That was Hinesy's first year as coach. He'd played in the '84 premiership, and then in '85 Horne left, Stephen Horne, and Hinesy took on the coaching. And he really installed a mental toughness into the team. Like, he'd had a lot of time at Norwood, and he was a real hard nut, Hornsey. He was very skilled, great footballer, but he was a real hard nut, and he knew how to win. He sort of taught us how to intimidate the other teams quite a bit, and you just got that way that you knew you could beat them. We'd psych them out of it before the game even started. Really, we just. You could see the confidence that he could build in the group. You'd go through certain things in the change rooms and make sure they could hear you next door well and truly, and do the same thing out on the oval. And he was a master tactician as well, Hinesy. But he installed the toughness. I think he lost 85, he won 86 and 87 as coach, and then Rick Will took it on in 88. And he sort of continued on with Hinesy's pretty tough mental approach. Rick was pretty tough as well. And they were very good mentors, those three coaches. Not to say that they didn't have something to work with beforehand. You know, the guys that had been there had sort of been building up gradually, but they just came along at the right time. And
expected a bit more of it.
Yeah. I think most people you would talk to in my era, like Peter Prime or any of his brothers, would tell you that probably Bruce Hines was the one that really instilled the how to win into us. Yeah.
Terrific.
There is that story about Hines. He played. Will you tell it about the glasses at Arno Bay that day?
Oh yeah, Hinesy used to be as a schoolboy, he was a Golden Gloves state champ. So yeah, he used to wear these glasses just for protection of his eyes, because he had a bad eye injury before he came to Port Neill. And this one particular day, I won't mention any names, a bloke from Arno Bay, as it turned out, had a bit of a go at him and knocked his glasses off and that, and there was a very quick little movement and that bloke had finished his day. But yeah, it created a fair bit of trouble, that little indiscretion, as it turned out.
Well, sorry, yes. Why I wore those glasses, they were actually safety glasses, and they used to fog up, so then I drilled little holes in them, because I suffered some serious eye injuries. The first one I got was at Nord, and I was completely blind in one eye straight away. Got a finger in the eye on a wet day, and I copped, you wouldn't believe this, but I think I copped 3 or 4 injuries in the eye that left me blind. I had 2 weeks in hospital each time, and they suggested it probably wouldn't be a good idea to play footy when I went over the coast. And then Bruce Henley, I said, look, I'll do some pre-season, I'll try these glasses out.
That's just about to fall off. Let's get that back up.
Have we been taping this or not?
Yeah.
Oh, have we?
It's been good. Yep.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
Yep.
I didn't
So it's all been great, that's gone.
Oh, I didn't realise it. Yeah, anyway, I wasn't supposed to play. And so I was targeted with these glasses, and in the end I chucked them away and didn't use them. So, yeah, too frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to go into it too much.
You're right.
Might create a bit of bad blood.
As you're all brothers now.
Yeah. I can remember Dora Quinn one day from Cleve. He's going off at Hinesy, because they'd sort of knew by this time that he'd done a bit of boxing in his time, and Dora's like, "Go on, Umpy, you know what he's like, buddy. Report him, this, that." And they said this is a different day. Anyway, Dora wanted to have a go at him, and everyone's watching and everything, and Hinesy just, nah. And then the ball goes down the other end, and he says to him, "Righto, Dora, let's have a go now." And off he took.
Let me have a look at your scrapbook, Bruce.
Well, might be the best scrapbook.
This is Judy. Right, so that's where it sort of started, and there's a bit more about 94 back here, I reckon. 84 back here, I reckon.
Good photo.
Yeah. Yes, Gavin and Chompy, John.
Oh, this was interesting. Yeah. Have you heard about them?
No, this was...
Have you heard about this? Oh, okay. And Bruce got...
It was just after we got there. We went in there in second week in January in 84.
Very interesting.
And we played Arno Bay, and I got absolutely cleaned up by a bloke from Arno Bay. He cleaned me up off the ball. And I actually, when he hit me that hard that I actually went through the air and went backwards on my arse and hit my head on the ground. But as I went back, I captured his face. So I evened up with him later in the game. And,
So he remembered him. Not friendlies.
I can't remember his name. It'd be near
He was his father.
Jacobs. And
Jacobs.
he was the butcher up there. And then it was our first year in business there, and there was all these letters to the editor and the Tribune and back and forward from each club. And
oh my God!
You know, I ended up getting 3 games. But
oh, well, you couldn't have won the male medal then.
That was the first year, 1984.
3 games.
Yeah, and there was 5 umpires up here. I think there was 2 boundary umpires. Did we have 2? Only one. No, we only had 1 umpire those days, central umpire. But there was the goal umpire and 2 boundary umpires, and they were in close proximity because it was the northern end of Port Neill, between centre half forward and full forward, sort of bit of boundary throwing. And Peter Wren was goal umpire on the other end, and he reported me from 150 metres away, whereas the other umpires up here didn't report me the other 4.
Yeah, is this recording at the moment?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I won't say. There's a couple of things I would have otherwise said, but I won't.
Oh, really? I'm deprived.
Anyway, to go to the tribunal.
Yeah, but the tribunal was funny, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was pretty funny.
I don't know.
But he said, look, we can see it could have been an accident, but he said, we've got to keep the peace in the community. He said, we've got to give you 3 games.
But didn't you
Look, I thought I could have got 6, but anyway.
You've done well, Bruce. Now, just quickly, Bruce Hines, thanks very much. You are a legend.
No worries.
Good job. Footy was a bit tougher back then, of course.
It was. I mean, but much bloody off the field. And it wasn't if we're breaking out into brawls or anything like that. Yeah, it was just bloody hard, bloody tough, resilient type footy.
Thanks a lot.
Right, Scratch. Well, Four points the difference now.